And today we have Chris Bissonnette. And if you recall, Chris and I both have been on Ron Siegel's show where I picked up, and I think I've given him credit before. Ron Siegel comes up with this repeat offender if it's the second time you've been on the show. Chris, I think, is a third or fourth time this one offender. And like I said earlier, Chris has been on the show talking about general financial literacy, e-money, and saving tens of millions of dollars when you send your children, family, or self to school. Now, me ain't got no school. No, for me, it was $700 a semester at Cal State Fullerton. And look, I guess you get what you pay for, right? Look at me now. But if you want to save any money at all, and you do, unless you're nuts, I don't care where in the country you are, you will call Chris if you're going to send anyone or yourself to school. Now let's let Chris introduce himself.
Guys, thanks again for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, KMET and ABC Radio. A lot going on right now for me. Again, I'm known as Orange County's financial aid expert. So that's kind of my true niche, is helping families not only figure out a way to send the kids to college affordably, but also send them to schools that cost more money, which a lot of people don't do. But today I want to talk a little bit about some of the financial literacy stuff that we're doing in the city of Irvine. Okay.
Because this really goes for more than just Irvine. It goes for anywhere you can hear us.
Yes. But I'm just saying, today I want to talk about the financial forum through the Irvine Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to spend a little bit of time talking about that. And also talk a little bit about the Society for Financial Awareness today, which is another nonprofit I'm affiliated with, which again is financial literacy. So my background, 25-year financial planner. Always love being on your guys' show. And my objective is I want to preserve and build wealth for clients. Preserve and build wealth.
Absolutely. And so do the people listening and people you speak with. But and go ahead.
You mentioned music, so
yeah.
I wonder if you can see this.
Ah, okay. Let me.
AC/DC. Since you mentioned music, so
yeah.
But let me just jump into it. So first off, financial literacy is a big topic right now in the United States. People are lost financially. We have too much stuff coming at us. There's too many accounts. So I co-chair the financial forum at the Irvine Chamber of Commerce. We go out to 8th graders and we teach them budgeting, savings. We have a stock market game. So we're introducing 8th graders to the concept of managing money.
Where were you when I was in the 8th grade?
Yes. Well, that's a big, where was I? I was probably in my mama's belly, but
I know that, but I mean, I'm wishing somebody had
actually, I was just a sparkle in my daddy's eye.
I wish somebody had given me some knowledge about finance back in the 8th grade.
Yes, well, it's a big topic right now. 13 states are now requiring high schoolers to graduate with a financial literacy class because you can go to the very best schools. You go to UCI right here. You have a finance degree, and guess what? I have no clue how to buy a house, but I have a finance.
Right.
And you see that all the time, where people are very educated, and it's like, what? It's all these different mortgages. So that's a big deal right now, and we've got a couple schools coming up in the next few months here where we'll be out there visiting with 8th graders and introducing this concept to them. And also the Society for Financial Awareness, which is the nonprofit that I'm the president of for Orange County. We are hosting, I'll be doing some financial literacy events coming up this year. One company today reached out to me. So if there's companies that are listening and they would like to have someone come in, and it doesn't have to be me, we're all over the country, but you can have someone come in for an hour or two and teach your employees about, as I call it, financial literacy, budgeting, savings, retirement, insurance, whatever it is, credit. There's a myriad of subjects, and that is all free. That's all free.
So you're talking both 8th graders and up into, people working full-time and you can have a company that will help sponsor this for them.
Exactly. Yeah. So the SOFA event is for employees at companies because they want this information. They're going to HR saying, can someone come in here and teach us about, 401k, or we've heard about these financial wellness programs. And so we do that no charge for companies. So if someone's listening in Arizona, I'll connect them with the Arizona person.
Right.
And then here's all these subjects. We come out, we teach financial literacy. People feel better. It's good for the employees. It builds morale. A lot of benefits to it.
Just take a second or two or a minute or two and tell us how people can get a hold of you, both on the phone, internet, anyway.
Probably the easiest is my website, which is holisticfinancialplanning.us. That's probably the easiest. Now, my phone number, it's a good number. I chose it. So it's 949-590-9940. And then I'm on social media. I have Facebook, all kinds of stuff, LinkedIn, Twitter. If you Google Christopher Bissonnette, I come up. So it's pretty easy to find. But yes, I would love if anybody follows those pages. I do post a couple times a week. I try and make it important and relevant information.
And you do. And you point people to other places.
And you see it all and you share it, and I appreciate that.
I got to share good things, Very good things. So what do you find most people are asking you about? Do you think you get more people wanting to know about the college situation or general literacy or any part of that?
For me, because my true super niche is the college. That's what I focus on. And I will tell you what's interesting. Wednesday night in Irvine, the Irvine School District hosted a financial aid night, and I attended it. Yeah, I'm like, what the heck's this? So I attended. They brought in some ringer from Sacramento, some government employee to teach this kind of course, right? And I talked to him. I called him. We became friends. He sent me his presentation. My point with this whole thing is he's just sharing information you can find on the internet. It's very basic info. Right. There's no strategy. There's no numbers.
But you have to have strategy, right? You have to have strategy for everything, let alone finance.
These families that are going to these events, they're not really learning anything. They're not. There's no. But it's great. I have now the state's college financial aid PowerPoint, 30 slides, which I can use some of those maybe. But what I've discovered, Jay, is nobody's doing it right. There is nobody out there that I've ever come across that's doing it correctly. They have no clue on how to do EFC. They don't know. They pick the wrong schools that have no money. It's too much. And I'm still learning it, and I'm the expert. And it's just too much people.
Yeah, I was with you once when you did a live presentation of that, and you blew everybody away. I know that.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. So I have that PowerPoint. So that is something that the state doesn't show anyone, that stuff. They don't care about you lowering your EFC. They don't want you to pay less. So this is going to be a big year for me in that arena.
It should be.
It's just, and again, what I've discovered in this process, almost 2 years will be April, there's just no one out there really doing what I do. They do little snippets, but as far as pulling it all together, the financial and filing the forms, and I haven't come across anyone who does it.
I know, and everybody, I think I sent you a couple people here lately.
Were they ghosts or what?
No. In fact, I sent you a new phone number this morning. So
that's fine. I appreciate it. I'm just kidding.
Well, these people need to have some money left so they're not ghosts. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, but one of the problems people are doing is they're taking the money out of their retirement plans to pay for college.
Which is now you're cutting your own throat, because those not only you got lots of taxes to pay when you take out those funds, but those funds are no longer working for you. That's why they're there. They're there to work for you. So you need to be taking out the minimum amount, which you may have to after a certain age.
70.5.
But, that could be a part of the normal amount you take out anyway to live on. But you don't want to take out more than that, because if you take out more than that, you're actually cutting your own income.
Yeah. So as I tell people, I say, well, is there a loan for college? And they say yes. Is there a loan for retirement? And they say no. And I say, well, your kid can go get a loan. There's no loan in retirement, and you're not going to go borrow it from your son. So you better come up with a different strategy, which is pay the least amount and find schools that give you the most free money. But people don't do that. They don't do that strategy.
No, they think they've just filled out the form online, or they get in the mail and they've done their job. And if they can save $50, they pat themselves on the back, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And there's much more to it than that.
Well, yeah, the biggest thing that's to it is once you have this expected family contribution number that you get from the federal government, you have the ability to lower that because and it's every year. People don't know this. There's no training on it, and again, that's what I do, which is good for me.
Well, that's your training. You're training on it, which is good.
Well, I'm looking to. I'm going to develop this program. I'm working on it right now where I'm going to approach a bunch of college prep people to be able to offer some of the services I have. Because Americans need to have their stuff filed for them, just like a tax return. Just let's take that off their plate.
True.
And let them stress out on these complicated tax forms.
Yeah, never thought of it like that. But they need a preparer like that, like I need a tax preparer.
Here it is. Here's the FAFSA, right? I mean, look at this. I think I showed it before.
Yeah, I've seen it, but
longer than a 1040. It's the largest expense of your entire life, that your kid's college. And let me go ahead and just I'll try and figure it out online.
No. And even if you do figure it out, you don't know the best answers to put. I mean, you have to be truthful, but you have to be what you,
and how to answer them. Yeah, you're exactly right.
You have to have strategy. And strategy, too, is what helps a lot of people with the e-money that you talk about and help people with, too.
Exactly. Yes. And that's really, I would say with the whole financial literacy crisis that we started with, what the solution is financial organization, which I think you might have even brought up. A good way to do it is a program called eMoney. There's some free ones online, but just get all your stuff organized. Get all your stuff linked to one place where you can see it all on your phone, all your expenses, all your spending. And just make your life easy, because right now it's in your head spinning around, and it just creates so much stress for people.
I have a lot of room for spinning around because, my brain stays small and out of the way.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot of echo chamber up there.
Your head looks kind of big, so I could see that.
Well, yeah, but that's because of the space that's needed in there for floating around. I keep thinking of, one of those centrifuges or something in there.
What are you, an astronaut?
Getting astronauts ready, to go
to
the moon.
From what was that movie? The Great Men or something? I remember it was
that was a great movie.
It was like
the right stuff.
The Right Stuff. That was a great movie. And they were in that spinning thing.
Yeah,
and the one guy's like, no big deal.
And walking down the hall with that, we won't get into
Speaking of that, do you think that man will walk on the moon?
I like the way you put that. Yes, I do think they will.
Oh, they will. Okay. Someday, huh?
The other thing is, if they did, which I tend to think, but I mean, I know there's a lot of. What else did they see?
Maybe some civilization walked on the moon.
What else did they see there? Were there others there already?
I think there's some stuff on there, but definitely, I mean, I know Mars definitely has a lot of stuff on it. So
yeah, absolutely. And you and I we got to get a talk. Well, yeah, actually, we should have a whole show where we talk about this.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. I'm fascinated. My mom for Christmas got me. You'll love this one. It's the Project Blue Book.
Uh-huh.
But it's like the notes that someone found in a book.
Oh, wow.
Like the actual notes from the Project Blue Book meetings. And I'm all, where the hell did you get this?
Wow, the series
my mom of all people's into this stuff.
The series is back on, and I don't know. I'm not as excited about the series as.
Oh yeah, I don't think I DVR'd it. But yes, it's all cool stuff.
And have you? And before we get back to some more finance, did you see Dr. Sleep? Because I haven't.
I don't know what that is.
That's a movie about when the kid, from The Shining,
Yes.
When he grows up.
Oh, it was a second. It was like the second part to it.
Yeah, something. Not exactly a sequel, but it's supposed to be extremely well done. And
I heard it was good. I heard it, but it wasn't. It wasn't Stanley Kubrick though, right?
Oh no, he's been gone too long.
Was there any clues in that movie that he?
I don't know.
He would put clues that he filmed the moon landing in his previous movies. I wonder if he had any in this one.
I haven't seen it yet, and I've got it on my list, and I'm for sure going to see it. And I want to see it again. I want to see it I love to see everything out with a big screen. But I want to see it at home too, where I can stop it and look at things again. And
yeah, I did that with The Shining because someone had alluded to there's some clues in there, which
we had a half a show about. Yeah.
Oh, we did talk about that, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I was showing you that stuff. I find that stuff fascinating too. And what do you think? Were you watching this Trump impeachment thing?
Yeah.
Were you watching?
Yep.
So they voted no witnesses. So I think it's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have some ideas and some thoughts about all that, but I try to keep away from that
political stuff.
Yeah, on the show, on it kind of some people, Now, Ron, we're both on his show, and he definitely
he's
definitely gets political. Anything. And he talks to me on the air about politics, even though we're on different sides.
He's really gotten into politics with me, but I'm happy to talk about it.
I think he knows I'm not going to say anything weird. And, because we do talk about it, we try to learn from each other, which I think more people should do, whether we're here or on the moon. So, and also, have you seen those stories about where I could look up the names and things? I just saw it the other day again, too. Some teenager, 17 or 18 years, there's a couple of different stories, abducted at night, taken to the moon and then to Mars, and spends 20 years fighting aliens. And then
he comes back and he tells us about it. He's part of like a space force already.
Right.
And we're already engaged in warfare. I heard about it. And they're basically finding it hard to discredit him. They're finding like some of the stuff he's saying kind of like, God, it doesn't sound made up.
I know. And there's a couple people who have the same kind of stories.
That's awesome.
Having these adventures in space is one thing, but the time machine thing, that seems a little harder to swallow. But then again, why not? Because we're used to not wanting to think about
whole time space warp thing. I don't know about that, but I did hear about that guy though. It's basically almost like Terminator when the guy comes back to fight the Terminator.
Right.
And they catch him and he starts telling them about the future and they're like, what?
And I've been watching, in fact, I just finished the second season on Netflix, which I highly recommend. It's called Dark. It comes out of Germany, but it's in English. And it's about time. And and it's kind of like there's a little bit of steampunk in it too, so it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
But you got to keep track of all these different people at different ages and how they interact with themselves at different ages, and it's a lot to do, but I think it's well worth it.
That's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
What do you got? What's up for the Super Bowl?
Nothing. Absolutely.
I think Niners by 7. That's my guess. Niners.
Okay. And if anybody wants to call in right now, and let's talk about that. And are you going to be home watching?
I think so. We'll see. Probably. With 2 young kids, I probably will be.
Yeah, with 2 young kids, you probably spend a lot of time.
I probably won't be at the bars, that's for sure. I will tonight, though, because today's my birthday.
Oh, so no. Really?
I will be out partying tonight.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
You're what, 34, 32?
I'm actually 50, but
same thing.
I'm telling people I'm 30 and seeing how far that goes.
Well, if anybody asks me, I'm 46. And that's because I was born in 1946. So, I'm not lying, right? I said born in 46.
BC. Did you hear my joke?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that. Yeah. Well, it's closer to that than anything else. But still, it's such a... Now, look, we can talk to you about our finances and have so much else going on, too, and so can all our listeners.
Yes, yeah. So let me say this in closing. for your listeners and anyone who's interested, the Society for Financial Awareness will come to your employer at no charge. I've done it for Orange Coast College, and they will do a 1 or 2 hour, whatever you guys are looking for, 1 hour workshop. And the only thing that's going to come from it is people are going to learn, they're going to feel better, and it creates more morale, more cohesiveness at the workplace as well. So there's only benefits to doing it. So if they go to sofausa.org, they can look me up or whatever. But like I said, they go on there and look anyone up and say, hey, I heard about this. We want to have someone come out to our company and educate us.
I think that employers should really love this too, because, just looking from a business point of view, a happy employee is more productive.
Exactly.
And part of being happy is being safe.
And being financially well, which, again, they've got these wellness programs. So we want people healthy because they're a better employee.
Well, financial
if they're financially healthy, they're a better employee. So it's kind of both. It's health and wealth.
Well, they're both connected every way you can possibly think of. And what do you call it? The e-money. If somebody wants to explore more of that with you, they can do that.
Holisticfinancialplanning.us. That's just my website. They can go on there, take a quick quiz. That quiz will populate. Boop, I get a little notification. I'll set them up with their own website. They can get themselves organized.
Do they get little prizes for quiz scores?
Yes, they do.
All right, that's all I want.
Really nice new stars. And then I think I have like a rainbow and a bear. So I've got some really nice ones.
Oh, I bet you're from your kids, right?
No, they're from me, actually. I don't let them play with those. So.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Because, after all, finance is an adult game, right? When you're a kid, you don't have to worry.
One of the problems I've seen, Jay, is as a lot of people growing up, money is viewed as bad. Rich people are viewed as evil. Guess what? It should be the opposite. You tell kids it's okay to have money.
Of course
it's okay to have nice things. And because people grow up thinking that way, they grow up poor. Oh, I'm not supposed to have money. It's a mindset. You're allowed to have abundance. You should have abundance.
Any kind of success is really a mindset. I mean, I've been a millionaire. I lost millions. Anybody can be there if they have the mindset. It's your mindset that keeps you from, if that's what you want.
And that's why I say with the parents, because the parents tell the kids, oh, your money, I don't know. It's just, I was kind of growing up that way where if you were really rich, it was kind of bad. But it shouldn't be. Kids should want to be wealthy. It's okay to have abundance.
And if you have it, you can help share it also,
Yes.
So you can help other people get moving along. And we need to talk more.
It all starts here, though. If you can conceive it and believe it, you'll achieve it.
And that's good. And we need to get together and talk about some more of this. And I really want to get that telescope out. It's been great. Betelgeuse is getting ready to explode, they say.
Oh, cool.
And it's still up there in the sky this time of year, but it's going away.
What is it?
It's the right shoulder. If you look at Orion, it's the right shoulder. And, of course, the nebula is such a beautiful thing to look at. I need to get the telescope out.
Interesting.
But I think we got to go now. So,
okay.
But let's talk. I don't know if you're around tomorrow or so.
Always
I'll give you a call tomorrow or so. Maybe we'll talk about getting together for some more of this. And it's a pleasure. Believe me, it's an honor to have you on, okay? And the information that you have for the listeners, okay? So I really appreciate it.